What's up? Um, Sorry if you hear buzzing. There is a mini fridge cooler thing over to the side. Um, and it's making quite a bit of noise. Um, but I've been contemplating making this video. And I've wanted to, but I haven't wanted to. But I know if I want to go forward doing the things that I want to do, I kind of have to. And it's tough. So, back in 2023, I think it was, I'd have to go back and look at my TikToks, but I know it was in July of either 2023 or 2024. I want to say it was 2023, but I could be wrong. I had a seizure, and I was diagnosed with them when I was a kid. And I had them from the age 3 to 7 before I was taken off of my epilepsy medication. I don't remember what it was called or any of that. I made a post up here. I had bit my tongue. I'd never done that before. And I didn't relieve myself during that one, and I normally don't. But I had bit my tongue, and that was a first. I have had seizures in the middle of getting a piercing done, when I got my snake bites done the second time. I had a seizure, fell to the floor, fell out of the piercing chair onto the floor. I've had seizures while I was pregnant. Never once bit my tongue. Never once did anything like that. And so I took a while to recuperate and get my head back in order. And around August, I was having migraines that wouldn't stop. They were lasting for 3 and 4 days at a time. They would come and they would go, and it was really horrible migraines. And so I got a CT done, and they didn't find anything, but they gave me some medication and told me to go home and take a combination if they came back, to take a combination of medications that were over the counter, so that I wouldn't have to spend big bucks on the combination or the medication that they had given me, because it was some high-powered stuff. And again, recuperated, took time, and I got a job, and I posted on here about that, about when I quit, and about what that was in regards to. And then I didn't post for a while again. And then when I did, I think it was in regards to getting a nail set done a while back. I think it was about a year ago. Maybe not quite a year ago. Might have been right after Easter of last year. And when I went to get the job, after everything kind of regulated, I was put on medication for my seizures. So July I had the seizure, August I had the headaches. I was hospitalized for the headaches. They gave me medication there, sent me home, told me a combination I could take if they came back. So that was in August, and then November, I had an appointment with my neurologist. It was October that I went to my primary care, and that I was able to actually get in. And then December, no, November is when I went for my first visit to my neurologist. And he wanted me to get an EEG done. And so I didn't see him until like mid-November, and then the following week he did the EEG, or he had the EEG done in the hospital. He got the results of that, and by December he had put me on Keppra, levetiracetam. And I don't know why it took me so long. Like, there's two things at play here. But he started me on levetiracetam in December of 2024. I'm pretty sure it was 2024. And was it? Was it 2024? No, it was not 2024. It was 2023. He put me on levetiracetam, and I was on it for like 6 months before I got the job after having the seizure. It was the first job after having the seizure. I'd had jobs previously, but this was the first one after the seizure. And it wasn't right away, but by the time, somewhere between December and the following July, so June or July of 2024, I already had some enamel loss. It wasn't major, it wasn't horrible. It was like a chip, and it was a chip that I had when I was 10, and they'd repaired it. And so that small little chip of whatever they repaired it with finally broke off, like a good, 20 years later? 23, 24 years later. Okay, cool, fine. And it just dawned on me this month, because it's progressively gotten worse and worse, faster and faster. Now, one, my dad had horrible dental health, like genetically just horrible dental health. He was in full set of dentures by the time he was like 30. My mom has a bridge. Her dental health was not the greatest either, but hers wasn't genetic, his was. And so I have that against me. And I'm thinking, I'll have to look it up to be for certain, but I didn't have enamel loss until after I started taking the levetiracetam. And so I'm thinking that that's probably accelerated the enamel loss, because like now I could eat a French fry and part of my tooth breaks off. Like, it's that bad. And it sucks. It genuinely sucks, because I miss my smile. I miss my white teeth. I miss my healthy teeth. And when people see the way that my teeth are now, the first thing they think is, oh, she's been on meth. And no, I've never touched a hard drug in my life. Never. No heroin, no meth, no LSD, no acid, no none of that shit. Not even shrooms. Like, I've never taken anything like that. So to have that be the first assumption somebody has of you, and like, what, other than passing a drug test, like, what do you have to defend yourself with? Not really much. So it sucks. And so I wanted to use this to kind of put it out there, just address it and put it all out there. Because if people are going to come for me, they're going to come for the things that I can't change in 5 minutes. I know that. And I don't think they should, but I know that they will. And so when they do, this video is up, and hopefully some people can learn to look past what is an aesthetic. I'm working on getting them fixed, getting them repaired, and hopefully I'll have a bright, shiny smile in about 3 years, but it's a work in progress, so we'll see.